Ricketts Glen State Park harbors the Glens Natural Area, a national natural landmark. Hike the Falls Trail System and explore the Glens, which boast a series of wild, free-flowing waterfalls, each cascading through rock-strewn cliffs in this ancient hillside. The 94-foot Ganoga Falls is the highest of the 22 named waterfalls. Old-growth timber and diverse wildlife add to the beauty. Ricketts Glen State Park is one of the most scenic areas in Pennsylvania. This large park is comprised of 13,050 acres in Luzerne, Sullivan, and Columbia counties. At the outbreak of the American Civil War in 1861, Robert Bruce Ricketts enlisted as a private in the U.S. Army. Fighting for the Grand Army of the Potomac, Ricketts led Battery F during the Battle of Gettysburg. Ricketts swiftly moved up in the ranks. When the war ended, he was discharged a colonel. Colonel Ricketts at one time owned or controlled over 80,000 acres of land in this area. His heirs, through the Central Penn Lumber Company, sold 48,000 acres to the Pennsylvania Game Commission from 1920 to 1924. This left them with over 12,000 acres surrounding Ganoga Lake, Lake Jean, and the Glens area. Although the area was approved as a national park in the 1930s, World War II brought an end to this plan for the development. In 1942, the heirs sold 1,261 acres, the Falls and Glens area, to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania for a state park. In 1868, Colonel R. Bruce Ricketts bought land in northeast Pennsylvania to timber it. Fishermen exploring the lower reaches of Kitchen Creek discovered waterfalls. Explorations revealed that two branches of Kitchen Creek cut through deep gorges in a series of waterfalls, then united at Water's Meet and flowed through a glen among giant pines, hemlocks, and oaks. The lower glen came to be called Ricketts Glen. Many of the magnificent trees in this area are over 300 years old. Diameters of almost 4 feet are common, and many trees tower to 100 feet in height. Southern and northern hardwood species meet here, creating an extensive variety of trees. Colonel Ricketts built trails to the area of the waterfalls, which came to be known as the Glens Natural Area. A member of the Wyoming Historical and Geological Society, Colonel Ricketts named many of the waterfalls after American Indian tribes. He also named waterfalls for his friends and family. The Glens became a registered National Natural Landmark in 1969. In 1993, it became a State Park natural area and will be protected and maintained in its natural state. Ricketts Glen State Park offers many recreational opportunities. Natural wetlands, old-growth forests, and majestic geological formations make Ricketts Glen an excellent choice for outdoor environmental studies. You can also enjoy picnicking, swimming, fishing, boating, hunting, horseback riding, birding, hiking, camping, cross-country skiing, and snowmobiling. The forests surrounding the Ricketts Glen waterfall area teem with wildlife, including species such as deer, bear, coyote, and bobcats. The park boasts 28 miles of hiking trails, which is the prime attraction of the park. The most popular is the Falls Trail System, a 7.9 or 12.6 kilometer loop around most of the waterfalls. The trails follow along 21 beautiful waterfalls ranging in heights from 11 feet to 94 feet. The scenery is well worth the effort, but be careful. The terrain is rocky, can be slippery, and descends steeply on both the Ganoga and Glenlee sides. Hikers should take extra precautions with trail conditions, wear proper footwear, stay on the trail, and be in good physical condition. Recreational facilities first opened in 1944. In 1950, the former Department of Forests and Waters replaced the Lake Jean Dam with a larger earthen dam. This combined Lake Jean with Mud Pond, creating the current 245-acre lake. Other facility improvements and constructions have been completed over the years, including the beach house, restrooms, and cabins. The park has 120 campsites. Some are available year-round. They also offer modern facilities that includes cabins and deluxe camping cottages. After 5 hours of hiking, we returned to the campground to set up our tent for the night. The campsites are well maintained and properly spaced to allow for a relaxing evening of sitting by and cooking over a warm fire while listening to the sounds of nature. It was a wonderful time of hiking and an awesome experience to spend the day in nature. The foliage, the waterfalls, and the fresh air allow for great recreation, relaxation, and photography. Even though this long hike was extremely difficult, we later realized that it was definitely worth the effort because we were amazed by the scenery. Yes, it is true that the best view comes after the difficult climb.